So I thought about calling it the Keiko series, and because we are going to be dealing with the passion. That passion, that fire is going to come up and gracefully consume your personality and not build a better personality on top of the old personality. It's going to gracefully consume, Paul, everything that you knew Paul to be. And when I say consume, not destroy. And it's not going to, well, I was going to say it's not going to kill you. I don't think it will. But it'll consume everything that Paul was, and including your name, Paul, because it's really not your name. It's going to consume, in a very beautiful, graceful way, your thoughts. When I said before, look at who you think you are. Look in the mirror. You're a composition of some biology and thoughts that aren't really yours to begin with. That's why it's been so difficult. The closer we get to the core, and the more we come through the spiritual puberty, actually the more difficult it is, because the real authentic is there. It's in there, but it's been trapped. It's been trapped just as Keiko has been. The real I am has been trapped. And there's been all sorts of accoutrements and put around it and all sorts of activations and all this other stuff that's not yours. And it feels naked at first when Keiko starts to consume it. It feels naked because there's going to be that desire to rebuild, the desire to re-identify yourself. And there will be a period of time, approximately 21 days, of feeling so unconnected. But unlike times in the past where it's been miserable, actually, it'll be very freeing. A little bit scary, but generally very freeing. It's probably going to happen within this next year. 21 days of feeling that you're nothing anymore, that it's gone, that it's history. During that time of which your soul will take every detail, every thought, every experience, and as we talk about in Kihak, going to strip the details away because they're meaningless. Going to strip the emotions away because they're false. And going to distill it into the wisdom. And then in this next year, we'll learn to really let that wisdom come out. Because it's not coming out right now. It's like somewhere else. It's like kind of buried. Very, very little time of bringing through the wisdom. But that's something actually Sam has learned how to do. He's bypassed all this other stuff. He's going straight for the wisdom. And that's why, first of all, everything seems to just be working out for him, to the point where other people are getting jealous. He just can do things, and he's not very smart. And if they ask him, for world history or mathematics or anything like that, he doesn't know, and he doesn't really care, and he doesn't have to care. He taps into the wisdom, that genuine wisdom within. So I thought about calling it the Keiko series very seriously. Then I took a lot of deep breaths and said, but what's the essence? What are we really trying to do here? And then it struck me. Ready to write on the next page? It struck me. And what this is about with Keiko and with love of self and with allowing and releasing and everything else we're doing with coming into the light body. This is about a very important word, charisma. Charisma. And I like to call this the Kharisma series. Yeah. And charisma comes from, but we're going to spell it with a K. You can go ahead and write it like that first, Linda, and then underneath, write it with a K instead of a C. Charisma comes from the Greek word charis. Charis meaning to give in grace. Give in grace. Graceful giving. When you really come to it, there's kind of in the English definition of charisma, oftentimes you think of a charismatic person. And part of that is true. There is something called charisma. They don't know where it is. They can't seem to extract it. They can't turn it into a chemical formula. I'm sure after this afternoon somebody's going to come up with charisma pills, designed just for Shambra. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I think I will. But charisma, what is it? Well, you say it's a person who has a certain radiance, I guess, a certain personality. Political figures who have charisma, using the standard definition, can attract people. You've all met charismatic people. You're in their presence, and there's just something, well, charismatic about them. But here it's going to be a little bit different. It's not just about a shiny, happy personality. The charisma, is the grace from within. The charisma is that natural, really authentic you, sans the personality that's not you coming forth. It's the real you. It's the I am in expression. Now, there's going to be a tendency to run out of here and say, I'm going to go develop my charisma. I'm going to go get in touch. I'm going to act. That's what we should do, charisma activation sessions. I'm going to activate my charisma. Where's that water to throw, the bucket to throw? No, charisma, it's there. It's already within you. It's already inside, just ready to come out. It's the authentic you, the one you keep asking yourself about. You keep saying, well, am I being authentic? Well, no, actually you weren't. So back away so that your authenticity can come out, so that the real you can come out. You're used to the word charisma meaning charming, kind of, maybe even a little sexy, an unknown personality characteristic that you just can't resist. This goes far beyond that. This is your essence. Again, go to the root of the word that the Greeks used when they came up with it. It means the gift of grace. What they really meant by it was gracing yourself. Gracing yourself. And then you will naturally grace others. It's not done for the intent of gracing others, not done for the intent of people being naturally attracted to you because you're charismatic. However, there is a very potent natural attractant. Naturally attracts energies and people and all these other things. It just brings it to you. That's why charismatic people, they have a bit of this quality. You just can't, people want to be around, energy wants to be around, butterflies want to be around people that are charismatic. But this isn't something that we're artificially manufacturing. This is bringing up something very real within yourself. So what to expect? Well, as I mentioned, there'll be a period of about 21 days, now or maybe later on in the year, where there's going to be a feeling that you've come to the edge of your personality. You've come to the big abyss once again. But this abyss isn't going to be scary. It's not going to hurt. It'll frighten you to a degree, but you come to this next point, and it's about, more than anything, is revealing the deception of the personality, revealing what is not so true, and then revealing also, you're revealing to yourself, revealing how you've tried and worked so hard to make it true and make it right and make yourself right, but yet it wasn't really you. And then allowing in this stream of charisma. It, I'm going to say replaces, but it consumes, it envelops what you used to call your personality, yourself. You are not going to really be able to quantify it right away. It's going to be, it's a feeling, it's an experience. We're not going to go through the 5 or 10 steps or whatever are involved in it, just like we're not going to go through the various steps of integrating the various levels of the light body. Are there various levels? Kinda, but it's not important. These levels of the light body or of the charisma, we could go through and scientifically dissect them and saying there's 18 points or attributes of the charisma, which there are, but let's just allow it. Same with the light body. We can say there's all these different levels, and we can scientifically quantify them and talk about what they're doing at the various levels, but why? It's just going to distract you. We're just going to take a deep breath and allow. A funny thing is that you're already there. Funny thing is you already arrived there. As Tobias said so often, you already ascended. Now you're just going through what it was like to get there. So please don't forget that it's already done. It's already done, so stop working so hard at it. Just take a deep breath and realize that all is well in all of creation. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you. Thanks.